The Democrats never let a crisis go to waste, ever, and they are always looking for an opportunity. Democrats and candidly some Republicans as well, to use a crisis to institute their kind of New Deal, new path forward. Saw this article in the Wall Street Journal about something I mentioned today. Here it is again. Here it is again. The push for the digital dollar. No way, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Hockett and Lawrence Rufrano. Wall Street Journal, digital dollars for all. The coronavirus crisis, Joe, underscores the need for a payment system that includes the unbanked. No, big no to the digital dollar. Let me get the headline out up front for a couple of reasons, ladies and gentlemen. Big warning signs. Paul Revere running through the streets right now. The digital dollar, so the government can track you through some kind of a treasury deposit withdrawal spending system. The government can track all of your spending. As Joe mentioned last week, which was a brilliant point, well, you allowed to spend that money in a gun store? I don't know. Is the government going to know you bought a gun? Are you going to be tracked by the Treasury website? Well, these are not fair questions. I'm just asking questions.
Right.
Are you going to be allowed to go to payday lenders? Oh, payday lenders, those are evil business. We can't have that. We can't. Of course, I'm giving you the Obama administration. It's already done this stuff, by the way. Tried Operation Choke Point, tried to choke these businesses off. Legal businesses. You may not like them. Perfectly legal business. You're going to be allowed to go to a payday lender? What about a liquor store?
No hooch.
No Midnight Dragon? I don't know.
Yeah.
No 1942 for you? But outside of that, as I brought up last week, this push for the digital dollar, again, of course, using a crisis to do it. Listen to their sales pitch now on this. Always wait for a crisis to implement the government's full control over the economy. From the Wall Street Journal piece. Money's dirty, Joe. Literally, that's what it says. Quote, Wall Street Journal, money is dirty. And a pandemic makes it worse. Banknotes, coins, and even checks double as virus vectors. Ooh. Paper money's so effective at spreading disease, Joe, that in late February, China began literally laundering its currency. It isn't hard to see why Congress considered establishing a digital dollar for America in the third coronavirus relief bill. A national digital payment system didn't make it into the final legislation, thank God, known as the CARES Act, but it should next time around. Here we go. Never let a crisis go to waste. Danger, Will Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Those red sirens should be going off right now. Why do they want this? Well, Joe explained to you one of the more obvious reasons. The government gets to track everything you spend your money on. No thanks. Hard pass. Thank you very much. But secondly, let's give you the deuce on that one. From an economic perspective, ladies and gentlemen, I warned you a long time ago that the government is more than eager in the United States to push interest rates so low that they get into negative territory. Negative territory. You can't have negative interest rates. How do you have negative interest rates? Easy. You just make them negative. Oh, they've already tried it overseas. Negative interest rates, meaning you keep your money in the bank. You know, when you earn interest, you actually lose money by keeping your money in the bank. You may say to yourself, well, I'll just take my money out of the bank and hold on to the paper. Therefore, I wouldn't lose anything, right? Wrong, because if the government moves to a digital dollar, it'll be pretty much impossible to get your money out of the bank. You ever think of that one?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Digitize everything. Negative interest rates. Your dollar's worth less and less and less. So you go to work, you earn a lot of money. Yet the money you earn goes down and down and down because you have nowhere to spend your paper money because everything's digital with the digital dollar. Now, if you missed last week's show, I'm not going to redo the whole show, but you may be saying, well, why would the government like negative interest rates? Because it's just another form of taxation is what it is.
Yeah.
The government's running $22 to $24 trillion in debt on the books, probably another $100 trillion off the books with Social Security and Medicare obligations, which they don't have the money to pay. So what better way to reduce those debt obligations than to making the dollar worth less? Because remember, when a dollar's worth less, so is a dollar of debt. If I owe you $1 and that dollar only buys half of what it bought before, that means I owe you half of what I owed you when I lent you the money. Isn't it great? Be careful, folks. As Joe would say, babe. Be careful.
Yeah, babe.
Never let a crisis go to waste. This is A block of the Dan Bongino Show. This is the Never Let a Crisis Go to Waste segment. Let's go to Never Let a Crisis Go to Waste number 2 from Breitbart.
All right.
Big no to the digital dollar, but another thing they want, ballot harvesting. Oh, this is great. Use this as an opportunity not only to digitize the dollar, whittle away our debt while taxing the snot out of people because they can't get their money out of the digital banks. Fascinating. Here's another doozy. Former Clinton campaign attorney Mark Elias. Remember him from the whole Spygate drama thing? Yeah, that guy. U.S. needs vote by mail, ballot harvesting, and vote anywhere rules. Hannah Blau, Breitbart. Story is in the show notes. Read it, please. I'm humbly and respectfully begging you read this story. Never let a crisis go to waste. But get a load of this one. Not only does the former Hillary attorney, yeah, that guy from the whole Spygate drama, remember him? Not only is he making a big push during the Wuhan virus crisis for ballot harvesting, listen to this, who he wants. Now, ballot harvesting, for those of you who don't know what that is, that's when they allow people to go out and collect ballots for others. We're not talking about election officials here. We're talking about just other people. Joe, community organizations. This sounds like a dream for voter integrity and security, right?
Sure.
You don't believe me? Check out the Breitbart piece. It's a good one. From the piece. By the way, it's using their own quote. So there's no question that voting by mail is an important part of the solution. It mitigates the problems of long lines and fosters social distancing. But the specific rules used to implement vote by mail may determine whose vote is counted and whose not, he continued, listing 4 mail-in voting safeguards, including free or prepaid postage and the ability of, community organizations, Joe, to quote, help collect and deliver voted sealed ballots. Yeah, I wonder who those community organizations are going to be. Acorn? I'm sure it's going to be the NRA or something like that, right, Joe? Yeah, sure.
I don't think so.
That's because you were thinking human being.
Yeah, dude, this sucks.
Never, ever let a crisis go to waste.
You just heard the Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud and follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 at DBongino.